Welcome to this short video on how to undertake small-scale woodland planting. If you are considering planting an area for use such as shelter for livestock, or extending an existing woodland, or just creating a new amenity woodland, this video will highlight the issues that you need to be aware of and how to address them. The first thing you need to do is identify where you wish to plant. You need to ensure that the soil depth is adequate and that there's also not too many stones or rocks which would limit the growth of the tree roots. You also need to be conscious of exposure to wind, particularly sea spray, and also how exposed the plantation would be to livestock and deer. Also have a look around and see what species of trees are already growing in the surrounding area, as that is a great indication of what species will thrive on your land. You may wish to concentrate on native species of broadleaves such as birch, oak, alder, willow, rowan, hawthorn and hazel, which all grow well around Scotland. You can also consider non-native species such as beeches, maples and firs. However, you do need to consider the size of tree you want to plant, as the non-natives tend to be much larger. If you're extending an existing woodland, it's best to try and use the same species that are already in place. When planting your trees, you may wish to consider mounding the area, particularly if the trees you're buying are smaller, to allow them a chance to outgrow weeds and grass which can potentially suffocate them. You will also need to pay attention to this in the coming years to ensure that your trees can get away and receive plenty of daylight without being smothered by the vegetation. When purchasing your trees, you may wish to consider going for smaller bare root style saplings, and these tend to be cheaper. However, they do then require more work to ensure they become established. So you may prefer to go for larger trees. These are more expensive, however they will start to grow a lot quicker in the ground and you will receive the benefits of them much quicker. In the years that follow, there will be maintenance of your plantation, whether that's weed control, managing any trees that might get blown over in their first year of planting, and ensuring that the protection is still in place. Most tree guards can be removed after 5 years or when the tree guard is filled. As I mentioned previously, the conifers may also require additional spraying in the first couple of years for weevils, and this can be treated with a spray. There is limited funding available through rural payments for smaller woodland grants. However, across Scotland there are different grants available in different regions. For example, in Dumfries and Galloway there is a tree planting grant administered by Dumfries and Galloway Woodlands, which can be applied for projects up to 0.25 hectares. The grant will cover the purchase of the trees, the tree shelters and ties and potentially fencing materials, and some professional costs if required. Please see their website for further conditions on their funding and for also signposting to other councils who offer grant funding. For more information on planting trees, please refer to the Farm Advisory Service website or also going to the Rural Payments website.